So, in a world, the greatest hazard is losing something or the other, losing a relationship, losing a job, losing a pet, and stuff like that, and coming back to the positive part of Haigi, which is togetherness. So, when you're actually belonging a sense of togetherness with the connection, it's often associated with the company of others, but we can always enjoy our company alone. There's so many times when we do not have people around and we do not have company and stuff like that. In that case, uh, in that case, it means two things. First is that if you're always looking for company and to be with someone, it means that you do not enjoy your own company alone and stuff. And hygiene is dependent on other people, but you do not need people around and stuff and all that. Even if you're a social being, you can always be on your own, and you can be hygiene and stuff like that. And that kind of a hygiene is achieved when you're in, let's say, a personal space, maybe a restaurant, maybe a coffee shop, maybe a library, maybe a studio, maybe in your own room, in your own apartment, maybe in a, like an outdoor park, maybe, just doing something which you really enjoy doing in a favorite spot of yours alone, and even if you're with company and stuff. So hygge can be found in the settings where we feel mostly comfortable and human, and we are able to relax, we are able to kind of get into a state of mind where we can actually enjoy not just the big pleasures and company of people, but also the small pleasures. And of course, the smaller stuff is always linked to the larger picture and the larger fun and enjoyment and positive hygiene. So to be in a situation which is extremely pleasant, and which offers you security, let's say of friends, family, or a known space is always good. I mean, we can always experiment and be adventurous and look for new spaces and stuff. But the best of times and memories happen in some great spaces which you have, already kind of been to and stuff like that. Also, when you're exploring, maybe in a different part of the country or a world, maybe in your own neighborhood and stuff like that. So that's why they say the importance of place is really very important. So when we are kind of anchored in the present, we have to kind of be in the moment, and we have to enjoy. So firstly, in the moment, cheers. I'm sure you're having fun and enjoying yourself and all that. So cheers on a lovely. No, this is not scotch. This is not whiskey. This is not alcohol. This is one of my favorites, which is iced tea, the easiest to make. So this is my high moment. I've come back from a walk and I've kind of done my work since morning and stuff. So I'm taking a small break and I'm soaking up and enjoying a nice iced tea, which is so easy to make. So when you go to a departmental store, which you may not have visited for over a number of years, or you go in and you feel good and you're feeling positive, and there's air conditioning and there are offers and promotions, it's buzzing with people and stuff like that. So that's when you're actually kind of going to feel a lot more livelier, and you're going to feel brighter and stuff like that, rather than kind of thinking about therapeutic things and stuff and all that. Okay, so hike is not about just grounding yourself and centering yourself and stuff. It's actually about the importance of how you feel and stuff like that. So let's say you go into a coffee shop, or let's say you go into a departmental store, which I went in and I picked in iced tea yesterday. So there's a offering of hundred of products and stuff like that. There are offers and everything. Or you go to a favorite spot, which is maybe your auntie's house, or your sister's place, your sibling's place, your office, or let's say you be to the golf club, or let's say you go to a market area. Why do you enjoy going in there so much? You enjoy going in there because it has left a very nice and a positive impression on you. And you want to multiply those great emotions and feelings and stuff. And this can actually be extended and gotten kind of into your homes and offices and stuff, where your designs and where your interior solutions are spelling and sparking or speaking creative ideas and stuff like that. So let's say I went for a walk and I come back, or I drive around and I see beautiful nature, and I see beautiful flowers, I see beautiful butterflies, or I've seen a sketch, I've seen a drawing, I've seen probably a child who shared a concept of, let's say, dragons and stuff like that. So now I can quietly absorb that information, get the creative juices flowing and stuff, or I can say, hey, you know what, now I've seen some dragons and stuff, can I imagine a few things around that? Yes, I can, so if I were to extend it and I were to have maybe a dragon on a wall or a pillar, maybe I have some installation of a dragon, maybe I have a wallpaper which has got dragon, maybe I have a movie which is made on that, maybe I have an animation. There's so many of those happening, but there's never a dearth of creativity and stuff. So it's a great idea to kind of relax and chill in this mode of Hygge, because when you do that, that's when your best ideas and everything come in and stuff. So there is a strong connection between how you're feeling and how you want to feel, and how you want to be more creative, how you want to be more, okay, let's use the word efficient. I won't say productive, because we're not talking about hardcore MBA business language here, but I'm just saying, some sketching and some drawing, or some photography, or some writing, or some AI, or extending those ideas and stuff can actually become a reflection of your Hygge state of mind and stuff. Okay, so in a nutshell, to be in Hygge is to be in a state of pleasant well-being and security, with a great state of mind and an open enjoyment of the immediate situations and its small pleasures. And as you achieve that state, actually it becomes a social network in a home-like setting, where you may host a party, you may have a birthday celebration, you may have a wedding, or you may have, let's say, a launch, or you may even, call a few friends over and you shortlisted a restaurant, you shortlisted a movie hall, you shortlisted a coffee shop, you shortlisted maybe an entertainment area, maybe you've kind of shortlisted a dancing place, which is a true reflection of your Hygge and stuff. So Hygge is the importance of place and the importance of belonging, and Hygge is actually related to also how you want to feel and how you're feeling, and it's actually about also leaving a kind of a consistent feeling of joy and happiness, because the more positive emotions you have, the better you feel and stuff like that. So if you were to take a look around, the weather can get you down, negative news can get you down, sad music can get you down, somebody's illness can get you down, somebody's loss can get you down. Health concerns can get you down. Maybe some news which you don't, you're not even prepared for, can get you down. So in that moment, what's very important is to kind of look at the positive Hygge. How do I come out of it, rather than focusing on it and kind of, just letting yourself go. So a kick-ass action plan on Hygge would mean kind of connecting your feelings and your emotions, and reflecting those, or kind of exhibiting those in the form of creations, in the form of creative work, in the form of maybe writing, in the form of maybe a video, in the form of even having more joyful experiences and stuff. So when it comes to design and architecture, all you got to do is carry your personal Hygge feeling and emotion, and implement it in the form of designs and concepts and stuff. So love and luck and take care. I'm on jkapani@gmail.com, jashinkapani.im@gmail.com, and jashinkapanioffice@gmail.com. So have fun, have a blast, and once again, cheers. Hakuna Matata. So stay safe, have fun, have have lots and lots of beverages, stay hydrated, and get yourself these amazing options. Where health is well. So if you feel good, if your inner Hygge is good, the outer Hygge or the outer world is going to kind of also kind of feel the same way and stuff. So love and luck and take care and have fun and have a blast. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for writing in. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your emails. And mostly when you're meeting offline, thank you for all the amazing compliments. It's also coming from people I don't know. And as I spend my time a lot outdoors and walking and everything, I'm getting to hear a lot of interesting stuff about the world and everything and all that. That includes me. So let's make it a collective Hygge. That's what being in it together means, having a positive impact and a collective impact, because you belong to the world as well. So love and luck and take care and have fun. Cheers. Bye bye.